morning, Steve.
No, we have 2 new people with us this morning.
That's why I said regulars and guests.
Yes.
Well, they're not really regular.
I never said I was.
I'm a little bit irregular.
I'm very irregular, as you all know. Gary, Dave Richards was talking about Cemetery Street this morning, and he found it ironic that it only goes one way, and I told him it used to be two-way and it got changed.
Okay.
But he was going to quiz you about that. I said Cemetery Street was very dangerous. Very dangerous one way, never mind two. What song am I voting for?
Gentle on My Mind.
I would have, but it's just something about Nancy and Lee that I have to vote that way.
I understand.
I don't know what it is. And I remember watching the Glenn Campbell Good Time Hour as a kid, probably about 12 years old, and Glenn Campbell told the story, because he always had John Hartford on his show.
Yes.
He told the story how he was driving his car and he heard the song and he needed to record it. And so he did. And
Did a pretty good job too.
yeah, I don't know if they were friends before or they became friends, but it was great, and it is a great song. The dope is here, by the way. Hold on, it's for you.
After listening to that Nancy Sinatra song, I need to call the suicide hotline. That was horrible. But I have to admit, I really like the Glenn Campbell one.
All
So I'm
right.
voting for
Thank
Glenn
you.
Campbell.
Okay.
All right, well,
Oh,
you
yeah.
can't you
And,
can't you
George-
can't go wrong today. So,
Yeah, George is at 11:15.
have a good time.
Okay, I'll make a deal with you. We go to the Beef Barn today, and next week we go to George's. And if you don't want to do that, then the what? Oh, yeah. Oh, you didn't have a problem eating that cheesesteak sub last week.
I just can't eat that much anymore.
Okay, that's fine. All right.
All right.
All right.
All right.
On at 11?
It's a deal.
Oh, it's a deal. Okay,
All right.
it's a deal. All right,
Bye.
see you Beef Barn at 11.
Yeah, we got to go to a break. We'll be right back.
What?
ON Radio.
Vos True Value Hardware is featuring Igloo 40-quart ice chest for $44.99, perfect for the beach and cookouts. Valvoline motor oil, $4.99 per quart, and Tide laundry detergent for $5.99. Save at Vos True Value Hardware, Cumberland Hill Road, Woonsocket.
Seasonal allergies got you down? The Honey Shop has a solution. Breathe. It's the all-natural cold and allergy remedy made right here in Woonsocket. Or perhaps you have sleep problems, arthritis, or some other ailment that you're looking for a natural solution. The Honey Shop is also starting classes again. So if you're looking to learn something new, stop by 1300 Park Avenue in Woonsocket near Park Square, or give them a call at 401-766-1488. The Honey Shop.
This Tuesday and every Tuesday throughout the summer is Car Cruise Night at the Beef Barn in North Smithfield. Car Cruise Night was very popular last year. In fact, more than 200 modern and classic cars and trucks attended each week. There's no charge to participate, and it's open to the public. So make plans to be at the Beef Barn every Tuesday. Car Cruise at the Beef Barn starts at 3 p.m. Check their website in case of inclement weather. Car Cruise every Tuesday beginning at 3 p.m. at the Beef Barn, 200 Industrial Drive, North Smithfield.
We are back. And let's get right to the calls. Good morning. To my speaking.
Good morning, it's Bobby.
Hi,
Hey,
Bobby.
Hey, Bobby.
I'm kind of agreeing with the last caller about Nancy Sinatra.
You know, I might have gone with Summer Wine.
That would have been better. I almost got the feeling that they were reading the lyrics as they were singing it, like they were holding the lyric sheet in front of their faces and reading as they sang. But
Well, that's your opinion, Bobby.
yes, it is. Yes, it is. But I'm going with the John Hartford song.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
No, and I actually had to look that up because I thought Mac Davis wrote that, but I went, I got to be sure of this. Like, oh, okay.
Mr. John Hartford.
And, yeah, and your story about steel pennies, don't give up your day job.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
I have a couple of 2 or 3 of them, and I thought, wow, these are really cool. I wonder if they're worth any money. So I took them to a coin collector, and he went, yeah, these are nice. Don't give up your day job.
Well, if they're 1944, they are worth money.
I'd have to relook at that. They're early 40s, and basically told me they're worth maybe 50 cents a piece.
Well,
Well,
yeah.
50
So,
cents.
so this guy, along with his all the silver that he had in there, such as it was, he also had a bunch of wheat pennies. And why would he say wheat pennies? I mean, you know, they're not worth much. They're all from the late 40s, early 50s, and
Nope.
they are worth 12 cents a piece. So
Yeah, I was gonna say they're not worth. You know, you're not gonna retire. I have a handful of wheat pennies, and every now and then you'll see on Facebook, if you have this penny, you'll be a millionaire. It's like, no, you won't.
well,
No, you won't.
you would if you had it.
Yeah, well, the thing is then you got to find someone who's willing to pay for it.
Well, that's true, but and 175,000 may be hard to get, but that doesn't mean somebody's out there not willing to pay $100,000, which I wouldn't sneeze at. So
That's how we feel about our baseball cards. You know, they're valued high, but if the person if it's $6,000 and you want to give me 3, I'll take 3. Why not? I paid a nickel for them.
I have
Well, I
a
should
little
say
velvet
Tom
bag
did.
full. I have a little velvet bag full of foreign coins, and eventually I'll get around to either.
well, and I was
turning
thinking
them
about
into-
foreign coins. I have tons of foreign coins, and I used to make these little treasure chests for my granddaughter and nieces, and you just load them up with foreign coins, and it looks like a little treasure chest. But
Yep.
I mean, our coins are foreign coins to other countries. That doesn't make them worth less. So
Yeah.
I want to get one of those apps for your phone that you put a coin on it and it tells you what it is and what it's worth, and
Oh, I
pretty
never
cool.
thought of that. Yeah.
that makes it a whole lot easier.
This is a little bag in my jewelry box, and it's just collecting dust.
So,
Kind of like all the Franklin Mint and Danbury Mint classic cards that I have.
that's all trash.
And well, supposedly they were going to be worth money. And
Yeah, and it never happened. So
no, and I enjoy collecting them, and they look nice in my little curio, and that's that.
Franklin Mint kept sending me stuff that I never ordered because I made the mistake of ordering something from them like 40 years ago, and some brilliant person in their organization decided that they were going to send me stuff whether I wanted it or not, and they did, and then they kept sending me bills for this stuff. And it was impossible to try to track somebody down to say, stop doing this, and I'm not giving you any money. I didn't order this trash. So anyway,
No, I order most of mine from eBay or private sales, and I've gotten most of them for $50 a piece. So, but they look nice. That's someday somebody when I'm dead and gone, someone's gonna have to say, now what am I gonna do with all this crap?
yeah. Call my brother.
And I will be dead, and I won't care. So. Alrighty, that's it for now, guys.
All right, very good. Thank you.
Alright, bye-bye.
Good morning. To whom am I speaking?
Good morning, everyone.
Good
Morning,
morning.
Moose.
Morning, Moose.
Hello.
Morning, Moose.
Talking about coins and everything. So do you just to keep on with the subject, do you have anything real valuable, Gary, as far as any kind of currency is concerned?
Not real valuable. I have silver certificates, some $2 mint,
too.
really nice condition silver certificates, but
Yeah.
they're not worth a lot.
I got a $5 certificate, $10 silver certificate, a $2 very, very, very good condition and sealed with the Monticello building on the back of it. You don't have that too much anymore. And the other $2 bill that was minted later.
And for the public's general knowledge, silver certificates are what we all had when we had a country that actually was financially
really not
sound.
really- right.
Silver
They're
certificates you could take to a bank and actually exchange it for an equivalent of silver, and
They're really not worth all that much, are they, Gary? I looked it up.
because they stopped doing that at some point in the past. I don't remember when it was, but they said, okay, we're not honoring this deal anymore. So
I've got 4 uncut $2 bills in a sleeve with the Declaration of Independence of the sleeve, which is a cardboard sleeve, and showing all the members of of Congress, and it's very attractive. I've had it for about 15 years. That they're strung along together. They're 4 uncut $2 bills.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But anyway, back to the songs. I'm going with Glenn Campbell. For some reason, that Nancy Sinatra thing, of course she has a splendid voice, but that sounds like a school song for some reason, or a children's song. That's not her. To me, it's just not her. I like Hazelwood's voice. I just didn't care for the song that much.
It's okay.
That's my opinion.
I love Glenn Campbell, so.
I'll go with Glenn. I'll go with Glenn, General on my mind. Tom, it didn't do all that well on the pop charts, General on my mind, for some reason. It was only 1 week and just barely scratched the top 40.
It was Song of the Year.
I beg your pardon?
It was Song of the Year.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that on the charts.
Oh.
It didn't
I'd
do
rather
that
be
well
Song
on
of the
the
Year.
pop charts. Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
Won
it
4 Grammy Awards.
won 4 grand. Yeah. No, I'm not disagreeing with you, Tom.
I know.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just stating a fact.
You know better than that.
So, anyway, I got a couple of questions for you.
go ahead.
A Beatle question for the boys. Maybe what's 1964 Beatle #1 song? Had Andy White playing the drums and Ringo playing tambourine. A U.S. release song, not the U.K. release. #1 song by the Beatles had Andy White playing the drums and Ringo playing the tambourine.
Okay.
All right, that's what I got for now. We'll leave that on the table, and thanks for your time.
All right. Thank you, Moose.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good morning. Who am I speaking?
Good morning. This is Bob calling today.
Hi,
Hey,
Bob.
Hey, I want to vote on your songs. I had never heard either one of them, but I'm going to go with Glenn Campbell today. Sorry.
Okay.
right.
No, that's
Thank
all
you.
right. It's
Yeah.
all right.
Any questions
you
for the
guys-
guys in the band here? We have 2 band members
No,
with
but-
us.
But you guys were discussing paper money, and you had a little discussion of silver certificate. I'm going to add, the silver certificate had a blue stamp on it, and I'm going to ask you if you can tell me what the difference is between red stamp notes and green stamp notes. They were both issued in $2 and $5 denominations. So if
I
you could
have
tell me
no
what-
idea, but when I get home, I'm going to check out my $2 ones.
It's funny that we're talking about this because I just pulled some out of my drawer. I have some $5 certificates and I had $2 ones. Some have blue and some have red on it. And I was looking it up, but I don't remember what it said.
Yeah, we'll see if anybody knows. I can tell you the difference between all of them, but let's see what the callers may have to say. Do they remember the difference between red stamp notes and green stamp notes? And there is a very significant difference between them.
Okay. Good to know.
All right, thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
It's little things like that can make a big difference in value.
Yes.
Hey, we're going to go to a break in a second, and then we're going to talk to these gentlemen in front of us and see what they have to say about
Where are they?
current music scene.
There's gentlemen here?
You brought 2 with you.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Not being able to fulfill that requirement yourself, you had to bring someone in. And one of them, which you raised your very own self with a little help from Kathy. No
Yeah,
doubt.
just
All
a
right,
little bit.
we'll be right back.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street in Woonsocket. This is ON AM and FM.
WOON Woonsocket.
Starting July 2nd and lasting until July 31st, it's the Museum of Work and Culture Gift Shop month-long summer sale. If you're looking for a new beach read to take to the shores or to add to your historical book collection, now is your chance. Select books will be marked down to as low as $1 to $5 each. In addition to the book sale, all store items will be 50% off the current selling prices. Check back during the month of July to see new products, including specialty t-shirts, hats, and water bottles, along with a replenishment of longtime favorites. the Museum of Work and Culture month-long summer sale during July. And every customer will receive a free box of beautiful French Christmas cards with every purchase. And remember, the Museum of Work and Culture is a great place to visit during the hot summer months. The Museum of Work and Culture Gift Shop, 42 South Main Street, Woonsocket.
This ONAM and FM forecast brought to you by Timeless Antiques and Collectibles, 91 Main Street in Woonsocket. Timeless Antiques and Collectibles, 257-5796, 257-5796. Partial sunshine today with a high of 89 degrees and a slight breeze from the southwest. Tonight, mostly cloudy, overnight low of 72. Thursday's weather, mostly cloudy, high of 86. Friday, partial sunshine, 87. Friday night, good chance of some showers and thunderstorms. Saturday, showers and thunderstorms early, then clearing up to partial sunshine and 87. Sunday, sunny and 91. Monday, sunny and 92. And Tuesday, sunny and 92 again.
It's Imperial Car's Summerfest Savings Event, and the deals are hot. Take advantage of savings up to $15,000 and rates as low as 0% financing on our most popular new vehicles and 5.49% on used. We've got the area's largest inventory of new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, and even commercial vehicles, too. Don't miss these sizzling summer deals. ImperialCars.com.
We're talking about not wanting to do any chores on these hot, humid days, and Kathy just mentioned going through clothing, and eliminating clothing is one of them.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I went home yesterday to find 2 big plastic containers full of my clothes on the front steps, and I'm thinking, okay, this day was inevitable. Linus finally finally kicked me out of the house. And but no, I have had these crates next to my bed for probably a couple of years now, of clothes that I have outgrown, and now I'm hoping to get back into. But yeah, she finally got tired of looking at them and put them out on the steps, so I had to move them into the garage, where they will stay.
Yeah. Well, it's like you take them from one drawer. Okay, I think I'm gonna wear this, and the drawer doesn't open up all summer long. Like, I'm not wearing them, so I finally decided I've got one big black bag full already, and I'm starting a second one, because that's it.
Well, as I lose weight, if I don't gain any more weight and I lose weight, like I'm down 30 pounds. Thank you very much.
Yay, Gary!
Excellent.
Just only about 200 to go. But I will never have to buy a pair of jeans or a T-shirt ever again. So
I have the same thing.
Alrighty. Good morning. To whom am I speaking?
Good morning. Talking about the dollar bills, I remember selling newspapers, and we would get United States notes, and we would get silver certificates, plus regular dollars, and I don't remember what the difference was, but was he talking specifically of $2 bills?
No.
No, just the red mark. The difference between the red stamp and the green stamp on them.
He might have mentioned $2 bills, but...
Okay. But I remember some were silver certificates, and some were United States notes. I don't remember what the difference were, but back in the late 60s, they were already old, and you very rarely saw United States notes. And as far as I remember about pennies, the most valuable penny was the 1909 SVDB and the 1955 double struck.
Yeah, those are
those are the holy grail.
Yeah, those are nice.
And
but they're like accidental. I think the most valuable penny straight from the mint is, I believe, is the 1944 silver or
because
steel.
All the 1943s were steel, and probably very few in 1944 were steel.
But apparently we have a caller who knows a whole lot more about money than we do. So I will defer
I know how to spend it. So does your wife.
Yeah. Leave my wife out of this. What's the matter with you?
Why? I can. Why? I can get away with it.
Yeah.
She's my sister.
She's your sister. Yes, I understand.
Yeah. So, all right. Goodbye. I'll see you.
All right. I'm going to take this call and then kindly hold off on the calls just for a little bit while I want to talk to these gentlemen who came all the way over here from Woonsocket to be with us.
No, they don't live in
All right.
Woonsocket.
Good morning. To my speaking.
Hey, morning, gang. I'm calling in.
Yes,
Hi,
Armin.
Armin.
All right, song choice of the day. I'll be quick. Gentle on My Mind. Great song.
Okay.
I didn't care for the second one. Too spooky.
Too spooky.
I thought it was Halloween there. Just too many minor chords and didn't sound right to me. Wasn't uplifting. Moose's question with the Andy White on drums with the Beatles. That's Love Me Do.
That's the consensus here from the musicians. Yes.
One of the 45s had one drummer on it. The album cut of that song had the other drummer on it. And Pete Best also played on it, but it was released many years later on a anthology album, on 80s or something like that. And yesterday we had a correct answer on what band performed on a Rice Krispies cereal commercial.
Yeah, I had said the Rolling Stones, and a lot of
Rolling
people seem to
Stones.
think
Yeah.
that was the right one.
Sheila, Moose, and Gary, you're all correct on that.
Did you know that?
And you also mentioned briefly 3 presidents that died on July 4th. Well, I think 2 of them.
Two
right?
on the same July 4th.
Yeah, but there was another one also died on July 4th. It was a total of 3. John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, and then there was another one. James Monroe.
James Monroe.
Yep. But there was only one president born on July 4th. We'll throw that one out there.
Okay.
And yesterday, briefly mentioned why was Declaration of Independence had a female's name on it. Mary Catherine Guarded.
Yes.
Yes, she was a printer, official printer for the Continental Congress over there in Baltimore, and she did work in Providence in the family business, printing business, print shop, and she was tasked with printing some of the later Declaration of Independence documents.
So why was her signature on it? She just
Yeah, it
kind of
said
snuck it in there while she was printing them?
It was down at the bottom below the names. It said printed by Mary Catherine Guarded, Baltimore, Maryland.
Well, and I can see why she might want to have that in type, but was it actually signed?
No, it wasn't. There's only one signed version of the Declaration of Independence with the 56 gentlemen, you know, what we think of the John Hancock and all that. There's only one of those. But there's many, many others that were just printed, and those are considered official also. They're out in the states.
Well, didn't every town in the country get one?
Yeah, all the states, and there was a couple of different versions. This Catherine Guarded was one version, and then there was another one called might have it wrong, but a guarded version, another printing of it. But none of those were signed by the 56 guys. Only the one that we think of in the archives there's only one that was actually signed by the 56 men that John Hancock and George Washington, and they were signed later, after July 4th. They were not signed on July 4th. Come to find out, usually most of them in August.
Okay.
After that. So that's the story on that, and I'll let you get on to No Exit 4. How's that?
All right, sounds good.
All right, thank you, guys.
All right, we have a
Thanks,
caller.
Alan.
I'm going to ask you to stay on hold or just call back in a couple minutes, okay? So, gentlemen.
Yes.
You should be very proud of yourselves being named the best band in Rhode Island 2 years running. Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, we're very excited and very proud.
Yeah.
We just
That's
found
pretty-
out recently, and then the award shows, the 25th of July, we'll get the official certificate for it. But yeah, local band, 2 years running now for Rhode Island Monthly.
You really have to straighten out this whole thing about your CDs so that we can play them here. We don't, somehow it's just not compatible with whatever the system is here, but there's something going on there that needs to be fixed.
Yeah,
So-
we would obviously love our music to be
Yeah.
played.
Yeah, definitely.
Want to flash their faces so people can see what they look like?
Thank you, Kathy.
Okay, I'm going to direct you now.
Just flash, don't you? We don't need any more than a flash.
That's Kathy sitting next to her son Dan, and this is Alex. What's your last name, Alex?
Tainch.
What is it?
Tainch.
What is it?
Tainch.
Spell that for me.
Tainsh.
T-I-N. I've never heard that name before.
Now you
I've
have.
had it my whole life.
No, really? Did you get it from your father?
Yeah.
Yeah. Really? So, so where do you guys both? You're both teachers.
Yes.
Dan, you teach where at Cranston?
Yep. Elementary school, Orchard Farms, Cranston.
And
Barrington Middle School.
Barrington Middle School. That's a richer town than Cranston, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. What's the difference between Barrington and Great Barrington? Is Great Barrington bigger? I'm just
no
guessing.
idea.
So I don't
Great,
know.
it's Great
Greater.
Barrington's in Massachusetts. Isn't that in Massachusetts?
Is it in Massachusetts?
Yeah.
Oh,
Great
that's why it's
Barrington.
greater.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you
All
go.
right.
I thought you were going to tell a joke.
I thought I did. So, tell us where you're appearing in the near future.
Well, Friday night we're playing at Stevie D's in East Providence. And then Saturday we're playing at The Trap in Smithfield.
Yep.
And then Monday we're playing Tunes in the Dunes in Westerly.
So Friday night is 8:30. We start. They're all late. I know they're late, probably past some people's bedtime. But we start at 8:30 on Friday. Saturday night we're playing from 9 to 12, and then Monday is a little bit more reasonable. It's a little further away from northern Rhode Island, but it's down in Westerly, and that's 6 to 8 p.m. But it's right on, is it Westerly Town Beach?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Just pack a lunch.
Yeah. Yeah, in Rhode Island, just pack a lunch. You gotta drive more than 40 minutes.
I'm sure there's some good restaurants down in Westerly.
There are. Yeah. Well, there's a place we play at. It's not really a restaurant, but Gray Sail Brewery.
It's a nice place.
Is really nice down there,
Mm-hmm.
and they do have food. Sometimes they have food trucks there, but they have a pizza.
And for those who may not have known who you were, you have done some nice events in Woonsocket. Were you at the bridge thing?
We were, yeah.
Yeah, the first name was cool.
Yeah.
That was was it August? End of August last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Yeah, we get to play that. We'd love to play around here again, so if anybody's looking for a band to play shows up in the Woonsocket area, let us know.
Now, when you play at clubs, do you get irritated when people are talking at their tables and not really paying attention to you? And I mention this because there are artists out there, well-known, famous artists, that really get irritated. I think Bob Dylan might be one of them.
That wouldn't surprise me.
I think Bob Dylan gets irritated at a lot of things very easily.
It's hard to hear him above the mumbling.
but that's just part of it. That's just the way it is. I mean, it's.
So, I think I would be more irritated if it was a specific concert that we were playing, that people were there for a reason, like just to see the music. But when we're playing at clubs, it's sort of expected, I would say, right? So it doesn't irritate me because it's kind of part of the territory. It would be really nice if everybody liked
I would be
it.
irritated.
It provides an opportunity to be good enough to get them to listen.
Yeah, really. And I want to say something about Gray Sail. It's a very family-friendly place. Lots of young families with little kids running around. It's a really, really nice venue.
All right.
Oh, it's great. We love playing there.
Yeah.
All right. And with that, I'm going to take this call before the next break. Good morning. To whom am I speaking?
Good morning, Gary. How you doing? Chuck the battery guy here.
Hey, Chuck. Thanks for hanging on there.
Oh, I was listening to the conversation. It was very good. Just to straighten you out, Gary, there's about 120 miles between Barrington and Great Barrington. So, you know, you were a little off thinking they were close together, if that was your plan.
I didn't say they were close together. Nobody said they were close together.
Okay, you're right.
Pay attention, Chuck.
You're right.
Pay attention.
Okay.
We simply said that
I'm
Great.
listening.
Tom pointed out, or somebody pointed out, that Great Barrington was in Massachusetts.
Weston, Mass.
In Western Mass?
Okay, we'll take that.
Oh, Western Mass. Oh, really?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, 120 miles, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, 4th of July, Calvin Coolidge was the only president born on the 4th of July.
Well, Armin said it was James Monroe. No, he said that he died.
No, he said died. He was the last. He was the third one to die.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And picking the song would be definitely Glenn Campbell. Actually, my wife's description, I'm sorry, Gary, but her description was to a strange lullaby or haunted one. So I don't know. I'd have to agree with that.
That doesn't upset me. I kind of like those that description.
Okay. Well, with that, we'll say good morning to you. You guys have yourself a great day.
All right, thanks, Chuck.
Thank you, Chuck.
Good morning. To whom am I speaking?
Hello, everyone. Back at you.
Yeah,
We have a correct answer. And I guess that was a layup for everybody in the studio, including the boys, correct?
They figured it out.
Yeah, no, me too. So, excuse me, I was going to ask a question related specifically to the guys in the concert. Excuse me for not acknowledging a question which you guys may be familiar with. So I'm going to go with something else, guys. Now, this particular band, from 1977 to 88, okay, they cracked the top 40 with all but one of their 16 entries, including 9 top 10s and and a number one record and 4 gold records. 77 to 88. It's quite an accomplishment. 16 songs, only 15 of them cracked the top 15, and the other one didn't. But 9 top 10s, a number one, 4 gold records, and here's your hint. It's a British-American band formed in New York. I'm going to leave that out there.
Okay.
And Tom,
Yes,
Tom,
sir.
listen, no, with the Grammy Awards, no, I wasn't dismaying that at all about Gentle on My Mind.
Oh, I know that. Yes.
Yeah.
No problem.
Record or Song of the Year by the Academy is totally different than the chart.
Yes.
Totally different.
Well, I can dismiss the
could
whole
be an
subject
album
by
cut
saying
that was never issued
Sugar
as a
Sugar was
single.
Song of the Year.
The Archies.
Oh, come on, Gary. I like Sugar.
Don't you like Sugar, Gary?
No.
I was, no, it didn't. It wasn't a. Well, it was a really big song.
Especially in '69, where there was so many
So
great
much. There was
songs.
a lot of good stuff back then. But anyway, we'll leave that out there again from 77 to 88. This band, it's quite an accomplishment with 16 top 40s and 15 of them went to the top.
Well, you had to go to 77 to what, 88 or
88,
something? Yeah.
9 top 10.
Those were the black days of music, as far as I was
I would
concerned.
add, I know you don't like that particular era. But anyway, quite an achievement for this band. British-American group formed in New York. See how the boys can do with that.
All right.
And congratulations on your best Rhode Island group, guys.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much.
In Rhode Island, yeah. And Kathy, one more thing. Kathy.
Yes?
Do you remember the group, the Dane Street Project, I told you about a few months ago?
I think I do.
My nephew's group?
Yes. I
Yes.
tried to Google them, but I don't have Facebook, so I couldn't get into their page.
I did find them on Facebook.
Oh, you did? Because I told my son Dan about them, yes.
They were in the area about 10 days ago. I went to see them.
Oh, where were they?
They were at the Harmony Cafe.
Oh, you should have told us.
It completely skipped my mind. They played there Sunday before last.
Oh.
Yeah, let us know if they play there again, because that's a venue that we've been looking into as well, the Harmony Cafe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a small place, guys. Very small place. A lot of bikers, but no, there's a lot of... It's a good crowd there. It's a very good crowd. And, they play it quite often, but they're a group from upper state Mass, and... but they kind of circle New England around. They play on weekends, guys, because they have their regular jobs, so to speak. But
All right, I got to go to a break, Moose.
Yeah,
So
okay, thank you.
All right,
Bye-bye.
and we'll be right
Thanks,
back.
Moose.
ON Radio.
Every once in a while, you meet a businessman that you just can't wait to do business with. Steve Peluso of Peluso Precision Automotive at 93 Blackstone Street in Mendon, Mass. is such a man. He specializes in mechanical repairs of vintage and classic cars. And if you don't have one, you'll want to have one just to share the experience with Steve. Maybe you had one in the past, never had a resource like Peluso Precision Automotive to keep it running and chase down parts for you, but now you do. Stop in and see Steve, and Steve will steer you in the right direction. Call Peluso Precision Automotive at 508-478-8900. That's 508-478-8900.
Join the St. Anne Arts and Cultural Center for Christmas in July at Cellos in Woonsocket on July 14th. Cellos will be decorated in summer Christmas decor, and Santa will be there for pictures with the family. Cellos will donate up to 20% of your check to the center. Everyone who participates will be entered to win several prizes, including tickets to the Polar Express train ride. A certificate is needed to participate and can be picked up at Belo's Flowers, Creative Impressions, The Honey Shop, Little General on Cumberland Hill Road, Missy's Family Restaurant, Pine Swamp Place, Timeless Antiques, Vos True Value Hardware, or visit the St. Anne Arts and Cultural Center website.
This ON AM and FM forecast brought to you by Blaze Insurance, where choice and service matter for over 100 years. Visit online at blazeinsurance.com or call 725-0070 for a free quote today. Partial sunshine today with a high of 89 degrees and a slight breeze from the southwest. Tonight, mostly cloudy, overnight low of 72. Thursday's weather, mostly cloudy, high of 86. Friday, partial sunshine, 87. Friday night, good chance of some showers and thunderstorms. Saturday, showers and thunderstorms early, then clearing up to partial sunshine and 87. Sunday, sunny and 91. Monday, sunny and 92. And Tuesday, sunny and 92 again.
All right, we are back, and good morning. To who am I speaking?
Hey guys, it's Jim Pawtucket. How are we all doing today?
Jim from Pawtucket. Hello.
Good to hear you, everyone. Okay, so just a couple of things. So we'll start with the song challenge this morning. Both Dave and I have gone with the Glenn Campbell.
Okay, Gary, you are getting spanked.
Well, Lee, Steve cursed me by voting for my song, like he did, just like he did yesterday, and it was the only vote. So yeah, it's all Peluso's fault. So.
Maybe you should rethink your songs.
I want to give up.
Go ahead,
Sorry
Jim.
to interrupt you guys. So the second thing I want to do is give out that trivia answer to yesterday's question about Christmas in July. So for those viewers who may not have heard the question, over the weekend I've been watching these cable shopping channels, and they're starting to do Christmas in July, and I thought, ooh, in the world, started thinking of this concept. So actually researching, I came up with an answer. So I made it a multiple choice question so people can play along.
You did, and we all agreed that not because we knew the answer, but we did an educated guess that it had to be the summer camp thing.
The summer camp. Okay, so let's just do process elimination just to make more drama here. So for those who didn't know, you tried to guess C. C was a television station. Never guessed C. You were wrong. That's the incorrect answer. A bar. Nope, no one ever thought of that in the bar. A department store, yes, basically in the 40s and 50s, they started doing that as marketing employees to get people to come in shopping. But it was actually, in fact, D, a camp. And I have the information right here. We go back to the days of 1933, between July 24th and July 25th. It's an all-girls camp called Keystone Camp, and it's in a town called Brevard, North Carolina. At the time, the camp co-founder, her name was Fanny Holt, actually came up with the idea of celebrating Christmas for all the girls. And so for 2 days, they did the whole thing, Christmas trees, Christmas presents, Santa Claus even appeared, Christmas carols and the like. And 2 quick facts, the camp still exists to this day. They just celebrated 105 years.
Wow.
And they still continue the tradition to this day.
And it had to be a girls' camp.
And what do you mean by that,
Yep.
Gary?
Because men don't even think about Christmas until the night before.
Well, they're doing, speaking of Christmas in July, Cellos in Woonsocket's having a Christmas in July. I forgot what the proceeds are for, but you can go in and have your lunch and have pictures taken with Santa in July. He's going to be there.
And finally, before I take off, I'm going to try to take a guess at Moose's answer because there was a couple of bands in my head during that time period. I thought it was Dire Straits, but they're an all-London group. But I think I might be right on this. Talking Heads with David Byrne.
We did.
Yeah,
We
Dan
mentioned that
Dan
one,
mentioned
yeah.
that during the break. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with Talking Heads as my guess.
Okay. I couldn't
All
name
right,
a
that's it for
Talking
me,
Head
folks.
song if you
Thank you very
paid
much.
me.
Enjoy your day.
Thank you, Jim.
All right. Good morning. To my speaking.
Hey, Armin once more. And we had a correct answer. The only president born on the 4th of July, Calvin Coolidge. This Moose's question. The band, British American band. As soon as he kind of gave it away, British American band. I think I know it.
Go ahead.
Foreigner.
Foreigner?
Oh, Foreigner.
Yep.
He said
Yep.
Foreigner. Huh.
That's
Maybe.
a different answer, yeah.
Yep.
I don't know, yeah.
Lou Graham from New York. Mick Jones from British England. The leader of the band, basically. So many hits. It kind of fits. I don't know if that's the answer, but we'll throw it out there.
That
And,
wasn't one that we
speaking
thought
of
of, but
steel
that makes sense, too.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident on that, but could be wrong. Speaking of the steel penny, I caught one many years ago in circulation, and it was only worth like $1, I believe, or something like that. And I gave it to my mother to look at it, and I explained to her that it was, during the war, and she brought it somewhere near the window to take a closer look at it, in the sunshine, and she dropped it behind a baseboard somewhere, and it's lost forever.
Oh,
And,
no.
yeah, but like I say, I did look up the value. It was only, I wasn't going to get rich on it. So that's my steel penny story.
Well.
All right.
I wish it was the big one though, but
If it was a 1944, it'd be worth ripping out that room there.
yeah, no, I'm sure it wasn't. All right, Gary, I'll let you get some more.
All
calls.
right, thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Good morning. To my speaking.
Annette.
Annette.
Hi, Annette.
Hey, Annette.
I know I don't call that often, but this morning I happened to think of it. Firstly, who's the band that's on your show?
We're No
What's the
Exit
name of-
4.
Exit 4?
No Exit 4.
Gary.
No Exit 4?
Yep, we're named after the old sign that used to be on 95 South, which is no longer there since they changed the exit signs. But yeah, it was a highway sign in Rhode Island down 95 South. Yeah, Dad's showing his shirt off on the video right now. But yeah, so that's where the name. We were looking for something Rhode Island themed, and that's where the name came from. No Exit.
Oh, that's a good name. Different.
Thank you.
Secondly, my brother called about the Dane Street project.
Yes.
And of course, I'm his sister, and I was there, of course, and they are terrific, and I think Peter said, he's my son, they're going to be back in September, the end of September.
Okay, I'll look that up. It's back at the Harmony Cafe again?
At the Harmony,
Okay.
yes. And what's the third one I wanted to talk about? Third, and I want to vote for Gentle on My Mind.
Okay.
Okay.
So have a good day, guys.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Annette.
Annette.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Good morning. To my speaking.
Good morning, everyone.
Hi, Sheila.
First of all, I better vote before I forget. So
Okay.
I'm going to go with Gentle on My Mind.
Gary, Tom has 10. You have 1.
Oh, really?
I didn't ask
Oh, my
you for a
God.
score.
Hey, listen, the last time I was on, that was it was 10 him, 1 me. So
Yeah.
I get it. I know what it feels like.
Is that called the land? That's called the landslide, I believe.
Yes.
But anyway, I just want to mention something and say hello to the fellows of No Exit 4. Back some months back, I listened to WPRO. Tara Granahan, big fan of hers because her father was a fan of his as well. And at one point, one day, she kept saying about No Exit 4, No Exit 4. And I'm like, gee, why is she advertising about the highway or something? And evidently, she might have been talking about your son in the band. I don't know. Because then when I said your band was called No Exit 4, I'm thinking, oh, my God, maybe that's what she was talking about.
I do
But
remember
anyway.
2 summers ago they were talking on PRO a lot about the sign, like what was going to happen with the sign because they were changing the exit. So maybe it was that.
Yeah.
But Alex, you want to say? You want to tell?
Tell
Oh
him.
yeah, we were able to get the sign. Yeah.
So the sign, the No Exit 4 sign, is in Alex's backyard.
You should have it on stage with you.
Well, they do take it, but that
we've
thing
had
is
it.
huge.
It's big. Those signs are a lot. I think it's 6 feet. 6 feet high and 8 feet wide, and when you look at the side of the highway, it doesn't look like it's that big.
Yeah.
But you need a box truck to to bring it around.
Yeah.
So we brought it to a gig.
So how did? Go ahead, Sheila.
Oh no! Well, anyway, that was it. So, but then after, like I say, when I heard that the band was called No Exit 4, I thought, oh, maybe that's what she was looking for, because like, you know me, I don't drive that far, so I wouldn't be going. Is Exit 4 down the other end of the state, or I don't even know.
It's like in the. I think it was in the Richmond area.
Well, anyway,
somewhere
guys, I thought it was you. Well, she was talking about you, but anyway, have a great day, and I'll talk to you maybe tomorrow.
Thank you.
You too, Sheila.
Thanks, Sheila.
Okay.
So I want to hear the story about how you got the sign. It's got to be a story.
So we got a message on Instagram from a woman that saw us, and she said, "You guys are really good. I had a good time at your show. I know a guy that works. This is the most Rhode Island thing in the universe. I know a guy that works for the DOT on the team that's taking these things down, and they're looking to get rid of all these signs. Do you want me to ask if you could get it?" And we didn't even think about trying because we figured somebody would have called that sign. And we were like, "Yeah, sure." And they still had it. No one had called it, so they gave it to us.
I really can't imagine anybody else wanting the sign.
I mean, I can.
It was a pretty like
cool.
it's a pretty like famous sign. Everybody like.
You're not putting it in your man cave if it's 6 by 8.
You have to have a pretty big house to fit that in a man cave. But yeah, it myself and the bass player Finn. It was like November of that year after they had removed the sign. We drove down to the DOT with a box truck, like I said, and we picked it up and then we dropped it off at Alex's.
In Massachusetts now, we have next to all the exit signs, we have old exit 8, old exit 16.
Same thing. Yep. Same thing.
So
Rhode Island.
if Tom and I would have started a band, we would be old exit 4. That was a joke.
Yeah. Hey, well, you got a laugh out of us.
Good morning. Who am I speaking?
Good morning, everyone. It's Louise.
Hey, Louise.
Hi, Louise. And Gary, I'm smiling at your joke.
Oh, thank you.
I didn't recognize your song, Gary, when we started singing, but when Nancy chimed in, I was like, oh my God, I remember hearing this as a child. It's literally been decades since I've heard that song.
Are you going to be my second vote?
I'm sorry, I cannot.
Now, if it was Wichita lineman, I could understand, but
as much as I appreciate it more now as an adult, my favorite is Glenn Campbell. Oh, yes, and it wasn't Wichita lineman. It's Gentle on My Mind.
Okay.
But so that's my vote. And I just wanted to follow up on something Kathy said. The Christmas in July at Cello's is to benefit St. Anne's.
Okay. I had forgotten what the benefit was.
And it's this weekend.
Okay.
And I believe in maintaining that organization, so I just figured I'd call and offer that additional comment. And with that, I'm so glad the band members got the sign. I thought the story was charming, and I wish No Exit 4 all the best in the future.
Thank you
very much. Thank you, Louise.
Yeah. Have a good day. Bye.
You too.
Good morning. To whom am I speaking?
Hi, this is Annie from Fall River.
I was just going to say, Annie has not called today.
Listen, you got your second vote, Gary.
Oh, thank you.
I have to vote for that because I was fascinated by who is Deirdre, and so I went and looked in my Bullfinch's mythology and my witch's Bible, and I had to go to the internet to find out. Do you want to know who Deirdre is?
Please tell us.
Oh, okay. Deirdre fell in love with Hippolytus. When Deirdre's passion was revealed to him, he reacted with such revulsion that she killed herself, leaving a note accusing Hippolytus of having tried to rape her. And that's the story of Deirdre.
I do remember looking that up, being curious myself, and yes, there was a day when songwriters, especially back in the '60s, with the followers of folk music, made all these wonderful literary references in their music. You don't see that much anymore, because kids don't read anymore.
Yeah. On the question about the British and American guys, what about Hall & Oates?
Are they British and American? I don't know.
I believe so. I believe so. I believe Hall is American and Oates is British, or the other way around.
Okay.
Anyway, I could be wrong, but that's all I got. I just
All right.
just wanted to check in.
All right. Thanks, Annie.
Have a great day.
Thank you,
You
Andy.
too.
Stay cool. All right. Good morning. To who am I speaking?
Paul from Pawtucket.
Yes,
Hi,
sir.
Paul.
Good morning. Hey, Gary, I'm going to come to your rescue and save you. I'll vote for your song.
Oh, slowly creeping. 11 to 3 now, Gary.
Oh, yeah, I know it. I know it.
At what point does it stop being a landslide? That's the best I can hope for today.
Let's do a studio.
No, we're not doing a studio. Are you kidding?
Okay, I want to leave you with this. Good judgment comes from experience, while experience comes from poor judgment.
So true.
All right, heading to 4 exit 4. Good luck. I hope to see you in the future.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. This is Paul from Pawtucket, the one I tell you that I sent you
Yeah.
the information about the other day.
You won't laugh at his jokes either.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh yeah. How did you make out at the Miss last night? Was it reggae? Who was there last night?
I didn't go. I went during the afternoon. I wasn't there when the band was playing. I'm not sure who played last night, but we did talk to somebody there. A lot of times those online forums, they like kind of skim over them. But the best way that we found at least getting
Right.
gigs is to actually talk to
Exactly.
somebody in person. So we
Exactly,
did,
yeah.
and hopefully.
Good.
They said they're still looking for bands there, so Ocean Mist would be an awesome place to play.
Yeah, they're doing more during the week now too.
Yeah,
And-
which is
and
cool.
of
It
course,
gives more opportunities for bands to play.
Thank you for your information, Paul.
Yeah, we appreciate
That's
that
quite
very
all right.
much.
You know, I do try to help people once in a while. Doesn't always work, but I'll keep trying. You know.
Well, we appreciate any help that we can get.
You bet. Well, good luck.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Paul. Lines are open, and I'm only taking calls for people that'll vote for Some Velvet Morning.
How about the
Uh-oh,
studio
get
vote?
the tissues out.
So, no, it's about time for us to go. So,
Could I just say a couple of seconds here? I just want to talk about the band, and they are probably one of the best cover bands that I've ever heard, but their original stuff is out of this world. I mean, it is killer. I mean, I can listen to it any time of the day or night, and I love listening to No Exit 4. So if you're out there, get to see him
all right.
live,
All
or...
right. Now that's all coming from the father of Dan. I am not related. I am not related. And everybody knows that I'm a pretty harsh critic when it comes to music.
Yes.
And I don't like a lot of things, but when you guys gave me that first CD, I played it in my truck for a long time. There's a little teeny bit of retro vibe in some of those songs, which I really appreciated, and it's well worth upgrading your music collection to
Yep.
to
Any
hear that.
streaming service out there, look them up. No Exit 4.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you,
All right.
Gary.
And
Thank you
with
very,
that,
very much.
with that, I will say goodbye. You guys want to say goodbye?
Goodbye.
Say goodbye, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Goodbye.
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 WOON Woonsocket. This ONAM and FM forecast brought to you by A Special Place at 719